Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to today's class and welcome back to Sri Hari Ragavendra Academy. So, before beginning the today's class, let us start with a prayer of Sri Krishna. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Harehe Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindhaya Namo Namaha and Gnananandamayam Devam Nirmala Spatika Krutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrevam Upasmahe. नमस्ते शारदा देवी काश्मीरपुरवासिनी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. By taking the blessings of Krishna, Hayagriva and Saraswati Devi, let us start today's class. So today I will be teaching you the question number 4 in flexible budget. So it's a quite a simple problem. So let us try to analyze this problem, students. Okay. So the expenses for the budgeted production of 10,000 units in a factory are given below. What does it mean? A factory is manufacturing 10,000 units, and to manufacture the 10,000 units, these are your budgeted expenditure. Material 70 rupees, labor 25 rupees, variable overhead 20 rupees, fixed overhead 30 rupees, fixed overhead 10 rupees, variable expenses 5 rupees, selling expenses 10% is fixed. What does it mean? So out of this 13 rupees, 10% is a fixed expense, that is fixed cost. So if 10% is fixed cost, then remaining 90% will be variable cost, student. Keep this in mind. Similarly, distribution expenses 20% is fixed. So out of this 7 rupees, if 20% is fixed cost, then remaining 80% will be variable expenses. Then administration expenses 50,000 of rupees 5. That means that they have directly given the total expenditure of this administration expenses, that is 5 rupees multiplied by 10,000 units, we will get 50,000 units, which is your fixed cost. Okay, so remaining things are your variable cost. So fixed overhead is given. So when fixed overheads are given, basically then it will be a fixed cost. Then this is variable cost and variable cost. So fixed overhead by nature itself is a fixed cost, and this is also by nature it is a fixed cost. The rest all the informations are given below. Now prepare the budget for the production at 8,000 units, 6,000 units and 10,000 units. Okay, so now what is that they have given is for 10,000 units, so that is already there. Now we have to prepare it for 8,000 units and 6,000 units. So for that I have made this ready: 6,000 units, 8,000 units and 10,000 units. So let us start this problem now. Okay, so yes, 1 minute. Yes, we will start by this problem. Shri Hari. So solution for flexible budget. Okay, so what is the first item that we have here? Material. So I will write down as material. What is per unit cost of material? 70 rupees. As we already know the logic here, but I'll write it for every problem. What happens in variable cost? Cost per unit remains constant. If you have not watched my previous video, you can go and watch my problem number 1. So you will get to know why there is a short note like this. Then in the fixed cost, total cost remains constant. Okay, so now what I will be doing here is, so you got to know now this is a variable cost per unit remains constant. That means per unit should remain constant. So what is this? 70 rupees, right? So per unit cost is 70 and 70. So 70 into 6,000 units, 4,20,000, 5,60,000, then 7 lakhs. Now we will go to next one, labor 25 rupees. So variable cost per unit remains constant, 25 rupees. So now we are going with labor 25 rupees. Per unit cost remains constant because it is a variable cost. So 25 into 6,000 units will be 1,50,000. Then it should be 2 lakh. Then it is 2,50,000. Then we have material labor, then variable overhead is 20 rupees variable cost. So we will go with this variable overhead 20 rupees, 20 rupees, 20 rupees, because in the case of variable cost per unit remains constant. So cost per unit is constant, cost per unit is constant, cost per unit is constant. So this comes up to 1,20,000, 1,60,000, then it is 2 lakh rupees. Then next comes your fixed overhead 10 rupees, which is fixed. What remains here? Total cost remains constant. So fixed overhead, I will write it as fixed overhead. So what is constant here? 10 rupees. This 10 rupees is for which unit? 10,000 units. Keep this in mind. So 10 rupees. 10 into 10,000 will become 1 lakh, right? Let's check it out for a minute. So 10 into 10,000 units will become 1 lakh. Then what I am going to do here is total cost will remain constant everywhere. So 1 lakh divided by 8,000 units, that will be 12.5 and 16.67. Okay, this is done. Next we have a variable expenses of rupees 5. So now I will consider variable expenses. So this is 5. So what remains constant in the variable? Cost per unit. 5, 5, 5. So 5 into 6,000 will become 30,000. Then 5 into 8,000 will become 40,000. 5 into 10,000 will become 50,000. Next, we have selling expenses. In selling expenses, we have two classification. 10% is fixed and 90% is variable. So let us try to treat this selling expenses. Selling expenses. So in selling expenses, we have 10% fixed cost, 90% variable cost. So 13 into 10 divided by 100, then 13 into 90 divided by 100. So how much it comes to? Just we'll check it out. 13 into 10%, 1.3 will be the fixed cost. Then 13 into 90%, 11.7 will be your variable cost. Keep this in mind. 1.3 and 11.7. Guys, please do remember why I am writing in this column is because whatever the 13 rupees of segregation given for 10% fixed and 90% variable is for 10,000 units. So I have recorded it for 10,000 units. So fixed cost 1.3. So 1.3 into 10,000 units will be coming up to 13,000 rupees, right? So this is 13,000. As you already know, in the case of fixed cost, what remains constant? Total cost remains constant. What is total cost? 13,000. So wherever it is, irrespective of number of units, 13,000 will remain constant. Now what happens? 13,000 divided by 6,000 units, it will be 2.17 rupees. Then it will be 8,000 divided by 13,000 divided by 8,000 units, 1.625. Okay, now in the case of variable cost per unit will remain constant. So 11.7, 11.7. So 11.7, that is 70,200, then 93,600. Okay, then it is 1,17,000. This is done. Next, similarly like that, we have a selling expenses which has been done now. Distribution expenses, which is 7 rupees. We have a two segregation. fixed is 20%, variable is 80%. So we will do that. Distribution expenses. We have fixed cost, we have variable cost. Fixed is 20%, variable is 80%. So what is the total distribution expenses? 7 rupees. So 7 into 20 by 100, 7 into 80 by 100. So 7, I think it will be we'll just check it out, the calculations. 7 into 20% will be 1.4. I'll just scratch it up here. Then 7 into 80%, 5.6. So whatever this information which we have extracted with the percentage calculation is for 10,000 units. So 1.4 is your fixed cost. So 1.4, 1 minute, 1.4 into 10,000 units will be 14,000 rupees. So as you know, fixed cost, total cost will remain constant. 14,000 divided by 8,000 units, 14,000 divided by 8,000 units, so it will be 1.75 and 2.33. Now this 5.6 will be the common here. Then it should be 33,600, 44,800. Then 5.6 into 10,000 is 56,000. Next, so this is done. Next we have with administration expenses, which is 5 rupees, which is fixed already. 50,000 is fixed. So we will write administration expenses, which is 50,000. 50,000 divided by 10 is this. So this is also fixed, this is also fixed here. So in the fixed cost, total cost will remain constant. Okay, now this will come to 8.33, 6.25. Now we have done the full treating of all the items. So in the end we will calculate the total cost. So total cost will be 166.8, which is 10,800,000. Next 159.425, which is 12,75,400. Next we have 155 rupees, which is around 15,50,000. So this is the entire problem for entire solution for problem number 4, flexible budget. So thank you for watching the video, students. In the further classes I will also upload the question paper problem solutions. So thank you, have a nice day.